Hello and welcome to ThePrint. I am Samah Qundeel. President Donald Trump has expanded US travel restrictions to 5 more countries. Effective January 1, 2026, the administration will add several countries to the list of nations facing full or partial limits on visa issuance and entry into the United States. Full restrictions will be imposed on nationals of Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger, South Sudan, and Syria. In addition, the proclamation applies full entry limitations to individuals traveling on Palestinian Authority issued travel documents and upgrades partial restrictions for Laos and Sierra Leone to full suspensions. These changes build on an earlier proclamation of June 4, 2025, which created an initial set of full and partial restrictions. The December proclamation revises and expands those lists based on updated vetting data and country-specific assessments. These are additions to the earlier list of 12 countries the administration already designated as high risk. The ban initially targeted nationals of Afghanistan, Myanmar, Chad, Republic of the Congo, Equatorial Guinea, Eritrea, Haiti, Iran, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, and Yemen. Beyond those full suspensions, the proclamation also expands partial restrictions to 15 more countries, including Angola, Antigua and Barbuda, Benin, Cote d'Ivoire, Dominica, Gabon, the Gambia, Malawi, Mauritania, Nigeria, Senegal, Tanzania, Tonga, Zambia, and Zimbabwe. The partial ban was initially imposed on travelers from 7 countries: Burundi, Cuba, Laos, Sierra Leone, Togo, Turkmenistan, and Venezuela. Partial restrictions typically limit immigrant visas and some categories of non-immigrant visas, such as tourist and student visas. The new proclamation lifts the ban on Turkmenistan's non-immigrant visas, mentioning that the country has engaged productively with the United States and demonstrated significant progress, while maintaining the suspension of entry for Turkmen nationals as immigrants. The White House says the expanded restrictions are data-driven. Officials cite problems such as high visa overstay rates, unreliable or fraudulent civil documents, weak law enforcement cooperation, the presence of terrorist or extremist groups, and citizenship by investment schemes that can obscure identities. The administration frames the policy as a national security and public safety measure intended to reduce the risk of admitting individuals the US cannot adequately vet. The proclamation is not an absolute ban. It preserves exceptions for lawful permanent residents, existing visa holders, diplomats, certain athletes and performers, and others whose entry serves US national interest. Case-by-case waivers also remain possible for compelling humanitarian or national interest reasons. White House says that the country-specific approach is intended to produce cooperations. Nations can be removed from the list if they demonstrate improved vetting and data sharing. Officials point to Department of Homeland Security overstay statistics to justify the move. In some of the listed countries, overstay rates for tourist or student visas exceed 20 or even 30%, the administration says. Data that it argues strains enforcement resources and undermines immigration laws. Practically, the restrictions will slow or suspend visa processing for many applicants. Some immigration benefits and adjudications for nationals of these countries may be paused. For families, students, and business travelers, the measures could mean significant disruption. Thank you for watching. For more such content, follow ThePrint.